Hey everybody, it's Dillon. I am a real estate broker in Fallbrook, and I'm talking to you today about the end of year 2021 Fallbrook market. So instead of boring you guys with stats and numbers, I'm going to blend in a bit about buyer behavior and what buyers are looking for and valuing right now. I am going to start off with some data. The June market in 2021 looks like it was the peak of Fallbrook price absurdity and price peak in terms of median home value. So in June, on average, the Fallbrook home was selling for 106% of list price. So to put that in perspective about how crazy that is, average home maybe $750,000. That home is selling for $45,000 above the listed price on average. So very, very rare to see homes selling for only full price. It's funny to hear that and even say that. And I was seeing pretty often, at least once a week, I was seeing homes selling for $100,000, $125,000 over the list price. So now, looking at Q4 of 2021, the average home in Fallbrook is selling for only 101.8% of the list price. So that $750,000 home is now selling for about $13,000 to $14,000 over the list price. So basically what we're seeing is inventory levels have increased, interest rates have stayed flat, but that inventory level increase has given buyers more choices. So they don't need to go so far above list price to get a home. Now, as a seller, I'm taking advantage of this with my clients, and you, if you're going to be selling as well, is this market just shifted. It went from 106 to 101.8 very quickly. And a lot of agents that are working with buyers in Fallbrook are coming up from South San Diego and are less familiar with the new trend of Fallbrook real estate. I'm pricing my sellers' homes high with the expectation that a lot of the buyers that are working with agents from out of the area are still coming in close to 6% over list price, and it's working. Now, we are running into appraisal issues, so I'm negotiating those while we are negotiating the purchase offer so that we kind of set ourselves up on the seller side. We set ourselves up to not need to worry about it when the appraisal comes in low. Another thing I want to tell you about as a seller in Fallbrook is, especially if you're in the higher end, about maybe $1 million or so, it really pays to make some minor repairs before you list. So I'm going to give you a quick story. I have a listing right now in Fallbrook that is currently in escrow with a cash buyer over the listed price. We listed it on a Thursday, we showed it on Friday, Saturday, we had offers on Sunday, and we negotiated through the week, opened escrow with the winning buyer early in that next week. But it took weeks of preparing the home for the market. My seller and I contributed maybe $3,000 towards minor repairs, things like replacing carpet in a closet, spare bedroom, making repairs and improvements to the outdoor kitchen. These are things that had a low cost, but a very high impact on the buyer psyche when they walked in. It created that wow, it created a great smell, it created a solution to some of the eyesores that were inside the house. So as a seller, what I'm saying is it really pays, because we spent about $3,000 in maybe 2 weeks or so preparing the home for market, but that unquestionably got my seller an additional $45,000 in sale price, potentially closer to $75,000, but it's hard to say that for sure. So if you have the time and you have a little bit of money in the bank to front these costs, make the investment, because you're going to make it back at least tenfold on the resale, because you're going to get top dollar. A lot of the buyers in the $1 million price point right now are very much favoring turnkey. If we can create a completely turnkey home, you're going to be very well rewarded for whatever investment you make prior to list. Now, on the buyer side, if you're looking to buy a home in Fallbrook, single stories are very, very competitive. Homes that are turnkey, as you just heard, are very, very competitive. If you can look for a 2-story home or a split level home that has some stairs, or you can find a home that's off the beaten path and a little bit further from the freeway, or finally, if you can find a home that needs just a little bit of cosmetic repairs, it's going to reward you greatly. A lot of buyers are very picky in Fallbrook right now, and we're seeing the best turnkey listings selling for very far above list price. Whereas the homes that need some work, the homes that are on a split level and the homes that are a bit off the beaten path, those are where the deals are. So as a buyer, if you're looking for a deal, it's definitely recommended by me to focus in those areas. And there's a good chance you walk into instant equity if you can turn a blind eye to the things that are turning the other buyers completely away. All in all, every home is its own small micro market. So if you have questions about a specific home, whether it be what to offer or what you think you can get for your home and you want my opinion, just reach out. All I usually need is the address, and that's what I'm here for. So it really pays to work with an expert because Fallbrook is so niche. There are a lot of different micro markets of Fallbrook. So if I can help in any way, just give me a call.